What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with my all tea, all shade, ready for love, season 4, episode 4 review. Okay, on tonight's episode, the ladies meet up with Tommy because it is the girls' week to get rid of a guy. And he tells them that the focus for the week is to dig deeper, honey, get in these niggas' business. And that's what you gotta do, ladies, when y'all here dating. You gotta ask questions. Closed mouth don't get fed. So Vernisha goes over Full House, aka Joel's house, and he has a beautiful home, and they hug, and he says that she feels soft and warm, baby. He love all that cushion she pushing, baby, and it made me like him even more and got my little juices flowing, baby, because I like that he like a thickums. That mean I got a chance. So he made her breakfast, but it looked like it was like 2 pieces of egg in that big ass bowl, but she said it was good. So they sit down and talk, and he brings up, his deceased wife and says that, it really changed him. And she asks him what he likes about her, and he says, I like that you had an experience with motherhood and how it came. You played it like you had to play it to make sure your family had what they needed. Basically saying, you had some hardships being a single mom or whatever, but you made it do what it do, and I can appreciate that. So she tells him that she hasn't had a connection with anyone else yet. Like, it's still early in the game, but he's still her number one. And she says so far she doesn't see any red flags in him yet. And I say yet because right now he cool. I don't really see nothing wrong with him yet. He's been proving me wrong, but I still got this eye on him. I got it on him, goddammit. So Flea goes out on a date with Paralysis, aka Troy, because I can't stand his face. So she thinks she doing it, honey, in that old throwback ass bandage dress. He like, she look good, honey. She look sexy. So they sit down because they have a little private dinner. And Fly says that she learned, and he's been telling all the girls that he gonna take them out on the trip, and she ain't feeling that, honey. So he telling her she look good and this, that, and the third. And Fly was like, I know you tried to call me the last couple of days and I haven't responded. He was like, oh, am I in trouble? She was like, yeah. So she was like, a little birdie told me that you not only told me I was your number one, but several other ladies. So he, with that face and that eye. And she was like, you're laughing, but I really don't think it's funny. And he looked at her like, with that stupid ass face of his. So she was like, I remember you told me you were going to take me somewhere for my birthday. You also told the other ladies the same thing. So then Paralysis was like, I did. And then they showed a flashback of him telling all the girls that. So she was like, on top of that, you kissed me on my forehead and you kissed the other ladies. Paralysis says, I didn't kiss you today. And she was like, yes, you did. You'd forgot already. So he was like, that's just not me. Like, the cameras have not caught you kissing every last bitch on the show. This nigga is an absolute fucking maniac. So Paralysis then says in his confessional, none of them flinched. They acted like they enjoyed it. That's what rapists say, you fucking nasty ass nigga. This is why the Me Too movement is a movement, because of niggas like you to just think that they can just walk up on women and kiss them. Like, no, sir. And just because nobody said nothing don't mean that they weren't uncomfortable, you freak. So Fly was like, who your number one? And I don't remember if he answered her or not, because I don't remember seeing that part. So I was like, it wouldn't even matter who his number one is. Ew, he is disgusting, like gross. So Amber and Chris go out on a date. And, Amber is the lawyer or whatever. And they go to like a boxing class. And she tells him that she was adopted at the age of 5 and that she just reunited with her biological sister. And he tells her that his dad has 11 kids by 9 different women, child. Woo, Jesus. So she tells him that she went to law school and that she's a DA. But that she hasn't told anybody else that, because, when you're dating, that can put people off, and especially with these criminal ass motherfuckers around her. And I understood that so much because I'm in the same predicament. I don't really like to tell people I'm an author. I don't like to tell people I'm on YouTube, because I don't want that to be their first impressions of me, especially my YouTube, because y'all know me. I'm unfiltered. I say whatever. I curse. And then half the time I be getting on her, my hair done, without my makeup done. Like, I want, to get to know me first before they see that other side of me. You know what I'm saying? That ram, ghetto Keisha come out. So I understood exactly where she was coming from on that level. So he tells her that she's amazing, and it don't really bother him that, she's a DA. Like, he ain't got nothing to hide, seem like. So he tells her that he's there to support and spread love. And he says that their date was amazing. And they seem like I felt like they had more of a friendship than a connection. I didn't really feel the vibes between them for real. Seemed like more of a brother-sister type thing. Was it just me? Let me know. So Stacy goes out with my baby daddy, David. I love him. He is so handsome, and they do Pilates. And she tells him that trust is a big deal to her. And he asks her how would she feel about a man asking, for her passcode to her phone or her social media. And she says that would be a red flag for her because, there's a difference between privacy and something else that she said. To me, that wouldn't be a red flag for me because I don't even have no lock on my phone. Like, I'm an open book. I ain't got nothing to hide. Because if we're just dating, I don't owe your ass shit. I'm going to tell you up front, I'm dating other people. Unless you're my fucking man, then I will stop dating other people until we make that official. But other than that, I don't have anything to hide from you. We're grown at this point. There's no reason to lie and play games when you are grown ass people, honey. So that wouldn't have been a big deal or an issue for me if a guy that I'm dating and that I'm in a relationship with says, can I know your passcode or can I see your phone? Because I have nothing to hide, and I want it to be the same way. Because if I ask a nigga, let me see your phone, and he do this, or a nigga sit down and he put his phone down when he around me, oh no, now them some red flags, my nigga. So David says in his confessional, when you open yourself up to marriage, I think it's wide open. And I do agree with that. If we're married to each other and you can't give me your passcode, that's a problem. That is a problem for me. Yeah. Nah. So David was like, I'm very flexible in a relationship, but those things are important. So Stacy says in her confessional, David is a wonderful God-fearing man, but when he heard the word privacy, he took it as meaning secrecy. And I realized how we were on two different pages. I do feel like they're on two different pages, but I think that she took it too literal. You know what I'm saying? I think he was just asking her a question. I get from David that he is insecure, especially considering his last wife left him. Maybe he found out that she was cheating or something. So there is some insecurity there with him. But I do overall feel like that he is a good guy, but he does need to get over his insecurity issues with women leaving him or leading him on or lying to him or whatever the case may be. And that could be a problem. So Fly Child, Jesus, Fly goes on a double date, and this girl channeled Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake at the VMAs. She had on one of Shaft old denim trench coats, a blue jean button up, some frayed cut up booty shorts, and some gray suede boots. I said, girl, where is you going, Jesus? She's so motherfucking country. Why would she wear that outfit? Who wears frayed cut up denim booty shorts and thigh-high suede boots in 2021? That outfit was so 1992. Girl, I don't know where she was going, but you couldn't tell her shit. So she goes on a double date with Shark Tales, AJ, and Liz. So they play cornhole, and then they separate. Shark Tales goes off with Fly, and Liz goes off with AJ. So Shark Tales says in his confessional that he's finding it hard not to view Fly as a parent because that's how he first met her. But I just overall don't think he's feeling her. I think she does seem too much for him. So she tells him her love language is time. And he was like, I can respect that or whatever. So then we switch over to AJ and Liz. And she says, she asks him what he feels about sex before marriage. And he was like, before I answer that, are you celibate? And she was like, I'm abstinent. So I was like, here we go. The fact that he even had to ask her, are you celibate? Like, you knew right then and there that he ain't down with it. So going back to Fly and Shark Tales, Fly feels that Shark Tales doesn't know how to relax and points out how he was sitting so far away from her. And I was like, that means he does not like you. There's no chemistry there for him when it comes to you. Body language is everything. He was over here like, please don't touch me. Like, he don't like her, sis. So, Fly then says, I'm gonna say something that might throw you off. When it's that time of the month, and he just started cracking up laughing, and I was kind of confused. I had to rewind it a few times, like, what she mean? Because I hope she ain't talking about what I think she talking about. I hope this woman wasn't on national television talking about when it's that time of the month, he can still get it. Like, is that what... was it just me, or was that what she was saying? Like, she still fuck on her period? Because if that woman said that on national television, you could throw her trash ass in the goddamn Mississippi River. I hope that ain't what she was trying to say, because that was so fucking disgusting. If that's what she meant, like, she is a trash bag. She literally is a dump truck. Like, ew, 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 gross, gross, gross. Do you think men like that shit? Ew. Girl. So, AJ asked Liz, are you waiting until you're married? And she was like, I think you should share that with someone you're going to share the rest of your life with. And he was like, but you have had sex, right? And she was like, yeah, like, of course I have. Right then and there, you know that he not going to wait. He ain't feeling it. He want the pussy. Girl, goodbye. I feel like to each their own. I'm celibate. I haven't had sex in like 7 years. That does not mean that I'm waiting for marriage. If I meet someone that I'm attracted to and I want to pop this pussy for a real nigga, that's what I'm going to do. I just ain't met nobody because I've been so busy working that I have not had the opportunity to date anyone. And I have not come across anyone that I have been remotely interested in. But baby, when I do, it's going to be a problem. So Liz, no, I'm sorry. So AJ says that Liz, however, makes him feel really good. Like, she has a really good spirit. So Liz, however, was disappointed that he wasn't really into, her being abstinent, but says that she could change his mind. I was like, that is the worst thing that you can say as a woman. You too old to be thinking you gonna change somebody's mind about something, or you gonna change the way they behave or think. Like, girl, no. Believe what a motherfucker tell you when they fucking said it, girl. You ain't got time to be sitting up here trying to change nobody. So Kyrie's daddy, because y'all know Ron looked just like Kyrie's daddy, and Chrysanthia meet up on a date. And he got her juices flowing, honey, because she thought he looked good. She like her a trapper. She like her a thug. That's what got Chrysanthemum juices flowing when she saw that chain around his neck. So he tells her that, he was in jail at the age of 18, but, he went to college and that, he's ready to take the next step with marriage. He seems like the type, he reminds me so much of Kyrie's daddy. Oh, my God. He seems like the type that, uses his money. He wants to spoil a woman and take care of her. He's all about flash and pomp and circumstance. He wants the trophy wife. You know what I'm saying? I think that he does want a marriage. I think he wants the picture. I don't know how much he really wants the marriage, but he wants the picture of it, if you understand what I'm saying. He wants the wife. He wants the kids. He wants the house. He wants the cars. He wants the trips. He's that type of guy. So, and she's that kind of girl. That's why they connected. And so she says that she wants to be led and have a provider and a protector. He was like, a provider and a protector, that's easy. I done did that. I want someone that's deep in it, And he tells her that, she was his top since day one. And she was like, oh, okay, and she says that he's her top right now. And he even said in his confessional that Chrysanthemum is the type of woman that wants to be taken care of. Like, she wants someone with, financial means, you know what I'm saying? So you can tell that he, in his mind, even the way he said it, because I was paying attention to his mannerisms, that in his head, oh, I can buy her. Okay. Like, that's really what he was thinking. So, Liz goes over to David's house in her Eddie Murphy raw top. And he loves that they, have a spiritual foundation. I think they are a perfect match. I think Liz and David are a perfect match. I've said that since day one. He tells her that he grew up in a strict household, and when he went to college, he was finally let loose that, he kind of wilded out and he left the church, but he found his way back. So she tells him that she hasn't been in a real relationship in 17 years. And he tells her that he got married in his 20s, but, he didn't know how to be anybody's husband. And then he met somebody else, and then he got married. He was all in, and she walked out on him. Now, we need more information. Like, she needed to be asking questions. Why did she walk out on you? Was she cheating on you? Was it something that in the marriage that she wasn't happy with? Were you doing something to her that made her unhappy? Like, Liz didn't ask some motherfucking questions, honey. So, she asks him, you know, considering everything that he's been through, does he feel like he'll be able to give his all to somebody and open up? Like, would he be scared? And he was like, I want to make sure that nobody leaves again. I want to make sure somebody's going to be there. And like, you know, I'll take you and the frame you're in. Like, I have so much love to give. And I do. I think David is a very emotional man. Like I told you, I feel like he has tantric sex. He's going to take his time with you. He seems like I said though, my red flag for David is that he seems like he'll be insecure and worried so much. Like if he call you twice and you don't answer the phone, he going to be on the suicide hotline. He seems like he'll be a good husband and father. But yeah, that's my red flag for him so far. But I think him and Liz will be perfect for each other. Like they are perfect. So, Liz, however, is very hopeful about what they are becoming. And he says that, you know, he got his eye on her. They feeling each other. So at the end of the week, the ladies meet back up with Tommy, and Vernisha tells the ladies how she loved her date with Full House. And Tressa even says, you know, I don't know how a man with braces, you know, is so fucking fine. Like she feeling his ass too. I didn't even realize he had braces. So Liz tells the ladies about her date with David and how they connected. And Amber says that she likes Chris. Chrysanthemum shocks everybody by saying that she liked Kyrie's daddy. Stacy says, however, that she wasn't really feeling David because, you know, he wanted to be with somebody that was willing to share their passcodes. And most of the ladies was like, what the fuck was that about? Also, and Tommy was like, so he's bringing up things from his past. And Liz, however, her confession was like, I'm not swayed about what I heard. Like you, when you're married, you share everything. And I agreed with her. So majority of the women say that they're not feeling Troy, and some were saying that they weren't feeling David. So at the end of the episode, Liz does not want David to be, you know, kicked off the show. Amber meets up with him, and she tells him that the ladies feel like he has trust issues. And David was like, well, that was so misinterpreted. And he breaks down to her what happened. Stacy meets up with Paralysis and tells him what the lady said. And Amber tells David that he's bringing his past into the present, and David was like, my past made me who I am today. Like, so Stacy tells Paralysis that he ain't ready to love, and Amber tells David they want to get to know him better. And David in his confessional was like, I want me and my wife to have such a level of openness that a phone ain't even a topic. And I was like, you better say a word, you better speak a word, honey. Yes, ma'am. So that was my review on Ready to Love. It was a cool episode. This episode kind of moved a little slow for me. I will give it a C plus. Hopefully next week it picks up a little. But overall, I enjoyed the episode. Let me know what you guys thought down below in the comments section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like, and subscribe. Don't forget this Sunday on my Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion, I will be dressing up, get into the hair, the makeup, the outfit. I'm going to be serving dungeon realness. Yes, ma'am. And this upcoming week, I'll be doing a Shein try-on video. I have like 4 packages from Shein filled with clothes. So I'm going to try everything on and see what works and what doesn't. So be looking out for that video as well this upcoming week. I love you guys. See you on the next one. Bye.